All right, good evening, everybody. David E. Taylor, you're a piece of shit. Michelle Brennan, you're a lying sack of shit. And Ashley Ware, you're complicit in the whole crime. La Marcia, Bashira, Angel, all you guys, Steve, get out. Tony, get out. Ash, you guys get out, okay? Dave, anyways, follow our Facebook page. Shout out to Lord Pender, JMMI Cult Watch, and any of the other people out there that have been following this sack of shit, you know, like we have. What I'm going to do, guys, is now that we have a lot of information on David, I'm going to back it up. I'm going to take it to the depositions starting November 12th, 2014 at 3:05 in the afternoon. Where Colleen is starting to ask David about the bank records. Okay, I'll try to fill in all the blank spots here, and Rick is here. Rick Frazier's at the deposition. I'll fill in some blank spots about that as they come up. But where I'm starting at is where Colleen is now asking David about the subpoena documents. So if you haven't seen the deposition, which most of you have, okay, I'd hope so, you could probably recite this motherfucker by heart, right? A lot of you fell asleep to it like I have when I got obsessed with this sack of shit, okay? He's in a current court battle right now. So this is, we're what, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're 7 years later, David, okay? This is right around the time, okay, so you had just bankrupted Resurrection Media Ministries at this point. So you're 7 years. So you're right about the threshold to where you can file for another bankruptcy, David, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure you're going to bankrupt JMMI, but I'm going to go ahead and get into this. It's going to be about an hour, guys, and I'm going to break down these depositions with the information that we have now and the lies that David is telling in the deposition straight to the lawyers, okay? So enjoy the video. Questions, comments, you guys go ahead and throw them in the chat, and I'll try to answer them as we go, okay?
Just now, yes.
Okay, and you understand there's a court order that indicates that you have to produce these items?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so David now understands that there's a court order. Okay, so David, you understand there's a court order from a judge that you have to produce these documents, okay? B of A records from a judge.
For item number 2, where we're asking for, I'm sorry, let's go back to item number 1.
7 years, okay? 7 years they can't, okay, Rick Frazier has these B of A records, by the way, guys, okay? That's a piece of information that I've been given. Rick Frazier has these records, of course, because he was part of the case, so he was privy to those records, all right? So he does have them, the previous B of A records, but not the ones they're looking for now in the current case.
We're asking for bank statements.
They're still looking for the bank statements for Harold
When
Lewis.
somebody does a direct wire transfer from their account to another account, that there would be a bank statement that would reflect that for the receiving party?
Of course.
Okay, so David, you know how banks work,
Produce,
okay?
consistent with the subpoena.
You know there's bank accounts and you know there's got to be bank transactions and everything, okay? So you're not dumb. You want people to think you're dumb, but you're not.
Of course.
And do you want to tell me, is that still the 30-day?
Yeah, we'll produce them within 30 days prior to the January 9th date if the documents exist.
He's indicated they do.
David indicated on the record that these records exist, okay, guys? So, David, you're fucking lying saying that now you have Michelle and Ashley saying that these fucking records don't exist. You're a liar.
So you have
You're lying to the lawyers. You're lying under oath.
They were given from Deborah Frazier's account.
Yes.
Okay. And I understand that on bank statements, it may not show only Deborah Frazier's deposit being made, but you obviously have bank statements that show various deposits that are made that would include Deborah Frazier's.
Well, yeah, if she wired it.
I'm not talking about wired one.
Okay, yeah, she gave a check or cash. All of that's recorded and it's all itemized. Yeah.
This is where he sounds kind of dumb. Like, he's like, where it's all itemized. Itemization is when you put it on your taxes, David, as far as I think so. I'm pretty sure. But that's when you itemize your taxes, that's that, David. But wire transfers and shit like that, there is bank records of that, David. There is digital record of wire transfer. You cannot lie about that, David, okay? And your Bitcoin, we know about that too, okay? And the only reason people use, I won't get into Bitcoin anyways.
All right, so you would be able to tell me in what deposit those checks went into?
Of course.
And you could provide me the bank statements?
Of course.
Okay, he's telling her, of course.
That's appropriate.
You fucking, this is one of the parts that got me is, if that's appropriate, yeah, you're fucking being deposed, David. They're asking for legal documents in a fucking court case. And you're asking if that's appropriate? It's very fucking appropriate.
That's what's been requested in order.
It's fine.
That's fine. Yes, and you still haven't produced them. To Harold Lewis anyways, you've given them up to Rick Frazier. Yeah, Rick Frazier has a B of A records.
And all records showing how Mrs. Frazier's donations, this is item number 2, how they were spent, including canceled checks, invoices, etc. When she makes donations, she has designated for what purpose. For example,
And for David, if you think this is fucking sliced and diced, look at the counter at the bottom of the fucking screen. So you can't say this deposition was cut up, okay? I dare you. I fucking double dare you, David. Walk in that courthouse and tell him that that deposition was fucking sliced and diced. I want you to tell the court reporter that, actually. Tell the court reporter that, see what she says.
Rosh Hashanah? What would Rosh Hashanah be?
It's a Jewish holiday
You're not fucking Jewish, David.
that we, as Christians, observe, you know, on the Jewish calendar.
You know?
It's a quite celebrated holiday in the Christian community, in some circles, large circles, but not everyone does it.
So when Mrs. Frazier made donations that were designated as Rosh Hashanah, my subpoena deuces take them, asks for...
And your smug fucking look at like how you're just trying to be smarter than everybody in this fucking room. You're not, David. And the fact that you're trying to sell your fucking church in here is just that just made me sick to see you in this deposition trying to act like a fucking messiah and shit.
Or canceled checks, invoices, check registers, bank statements, etc., that would back up those donations being spent for that purpose.
Yeah, that Rosh Hashanah is not so much a statement for the purpose of the money being used. It's a holiday, and it's designating when she gave an offering, like everyone else.
So it didn't
Where's all the records at then, David?
Rosh Hashanah in any way?
Well, Rosh Hashanah is not, it's a holiday. It's
Is that where you put all the money towards your fucking white trucks and everything? All this money you're getting in from all these people?
a service called Rosh Hashanah. It's
Right.
no, like when I, you know, take up an offering for a specific thing, then, you know, like if I say we want to raise an offering for an 18-wheeler truck, then, and I say we're going to use this.
He's been doing 18-wheeler trucks, but he doesn't. David, you have no fucking idea how much money that's going to cost you, you stupid ass. Like, your 18-wheeler trucks, yeah, you bought them, but logistically, you're not going to be able to do it. You don't have any idea.
Money for that, then
Trust-
it goes directly to that. This is a service such like a Sunday morning service or Easter service, and you don't purposeful. When the people give donations, you don't say where it goes to the Easter egg.
Shut the fuck up. The Easter egg, David? Get the fuck out of here,
Rosh
dude.
Hashanah is the name of a Jewish holiday.
No, I'm aware of that.
Okay, great.
How long do you think Rosh Hashanah lasts? How many days?
10 days.
Normally? Was there any fucking other normalcy to Rosh Hashanah that isn't 10 days, David?
Now, one of her donations is listed as a money order.
Oh, hi, Marilyn.
And would you have deposited that into the general fund?
Want to watch the deposition too? Okay.
Go there.
All right, and
Hi.
you can produce a bank statement that would correlate with that deposit.
We have everything on record.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so David has
What's
everything on
about
record,
a
everybody.
leadership conference in
Okay,
Taylor?
so we know that David keeps record of his bank accounts.
What would that money be related to?
Well, you know, there are different services that I held, and we have
You don't ever talk this. You never fucking in your like you don't talk this. You don't talk on when you talk on stage. You know why weren't you talking like that in your deposition? Everybody wants to know you weren't talking that fucking crazy in your deposition, David. We'd love to see you go in there and talk like that to Colleen.
People who attend those services and they give in those services. So when you see leadership is designating the type of service we're having, or if, does that make sense?
So you have a specific service called a leadership conference?
Yes, where I teach leaders.
You don't teach
You
shit,
have to
David.
pay to
All you do is fucking teach people how to be fucking lion sacks of shit.
go into that service?
No, everything is free. They donate freely in the offering.
Donate freely in the offering.
Now, is there a reason you didn't bring the documentation that backs this up because you say it exists?
It's not.
Ultimately, what this deposition was a recall in a divorce case, because what Debbie did was gave her fucking divorce settlement to this sack of shit. Debbie went back to Rick, like, hey, I need more money. Rick, a conversation I had with Rick, Debbie went back to Rick for more money. She fucking gave it all to David. Rick's like, well, where the fuck is all this money? He didn't say that to her like that. This is basically I'd be fucking shitting a brick too if I'd just given a fucking small fortune to my ex-spouse who just gave it over to some fucking false fucking prophet that was supposed to be used for the kids. That I would be fucking pissed too, Rick. No fucking doubt. Overall, Rick is a good guy. He would not molest his kids. Rick did not fucking molest his kids. Most definitely Katie and Debbie were fucking coached through those whole fucking videos, okay? Overall, Rick is a good guy, no doubt. He would not fucking hurt his kids. Provides well, everything. Gives his kids everything they want. Did he fucking scam people? Yes. He is also in this fucking case too. He's just as guilty as everybody in this fucking case. He really is. He scammed a fucking veteran's car, Purple Heart program, fucking settled it out of court because he was destroying documents related to the case. His partner subpoenaed him to court, and Rick got rid of the story I read was that there were documents destroyed. And about $10 million had been brought in. Rick gave back about $1 million. So he's just as guilty in this whole thing too, as far as I'm concerned, okay? Is he a good father? Absolutely. He would not lay a fucking hand on his kids like that. No doubt. I'd give you that for sure. Rick would not fucking molest his kids. Katie was definitely fucking coaching that video by this sack of shit.
I just think that maybe my office didn't quite understand everything that was asked for.
That was asked for. Okay, in Michelle's deposition, what Michelle says about those that Ashley could do a print screen. Michelle, you're a fucking liar because you damn well know there are bank documents that you can print out online and fucking get. You're a fucking liar, okay? So to sit here and say that you guys can't get these documents, all these bank documents, it's funny that the judge hasn't fucking held you guys in contempt yet. 4 years they've been asking for these fucking bank documents, and 4 years they haven't got them. It would be nice to see the judge hold you all in fucking contempt.
Can you provide that?
But when you say your office,
Yes.
where would that be?
I have an office here in Taylor, Michigan.
And what's that address?
2320.
This is where he has a hard time fucking remembering his own goddamn office.
I'm saying 320. 20320.
Wait a minute, say it again.
20320.
And his eyebrows, dude, you are fucking feminine, bro.
Road.
And this is, your fucking 5 head is like the same in the deposition. David, your fucking head, man.
Is this designated as an office on the outside of the building?
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
When you look at this 20320 Superior Road in Taylor, what does the outside of the building look like? Does it say JMMI? What does it say?
Yeah, it says JMMI on it.
JMMI?
David's going to bankrupt JMMI eventually, no doubt. He's going to bankrupt JMMI like he did with his previous Resurrection Media Ministries International. That's how these prosperity ministers do it. They bankrupt names. They jump from one name, bankrupt one name. Then while that discovery's going on, bam, they bankrupt another name. While that discovery's going on, bam, bankrupt another name. It's a fucking leapfrog in the system. You know, they They fuck over one name, bam. They fuck over another name, bam. Burning tax ID numbers up, bam. One after the other, bam. One after the other. Can't find a tax ID number for this guy because probably they won't fucking give him one.
And do you take up the entire building?
He tried to incorporate a couple years, this last year in February actually, and it got denied through the state of Missouri, I believe. I have the document on right here.
For what now?
For JMMI, for your office?
We don't have to use the entire building for office facilities. We just use part of it.
What's the rest of the building used for?
Having services.
Having
Is
services.
this the church in Taylor that you go to?
I don't understand what you're asking. Can you rephrase?
Isn't there a church that you give services out of in Taylor?
Oh yeah, on Sunday. Yeah.
Is that this same building?
We let them use the building on Sunday morning.
Okay, when you say we let them, who's we and who's them?
JMMI owns the building, and there's a church called Kingdom Family Church.
That's Joseph's little fucking scam church, but it's all kind of like KFC is a scam, JMMI is a scam, but again, he's going to fucking bankrupt JMMI. No doubt. Through this case, he's going to file for bankruptcy. Guarantee it. I give it a 98% chance. There's a 2% chance that he won't file, but with his pattern of behavior, with his bankrupting of other fucking cults, then this is most likely going to happen. This is just my opinion. Could I be wrong? Fuck yeah, no doubt. But given the behavior, pattern, most likely.
They're just getting started, so they don't have a large overhead or anything like that. We allow them to use the building on Sunday, since I use the building more so for massive conferences and services, things like that.
When did JMMI purchase this building?
I think that was in maybe 2 years ago.
They own that building.
Yeah, a little over 2 years.
All they pay on it is like the public taxes, like city taxes and shit like that for public utilities. But as far as like them paying any kind of taxes on it, they don't. They claim that as their fucking church mansion, whatever. But they actually have a new mansion at 18205 Hager Lane. But they just paid purchase cash, okay?
Do they have a mortgage?
No, it's paid off.
So did these was it Kingdom Family?
Yes.
KFC. Everybody gets a kick out of that one, David. KFC.
Did they rent?
Not really, no.
Let me place an objection on the record. I've given a lot of latitude so far in this very
First objection.
brief deposition, but the objection is to relevance. I don't know
David's
how
sitting there nodding his head like he knows what the fuck they're talking about. David, you're a fucking moron. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He's sitting there nodding his head like this.
There's more to it than that.
You can go ahead and answer the question.
So when you say your office, are you referring exclusively to this 20320 Superior Road building?
Yes.
You do not have.
I haven't watched
an
these depositions in probably like a
office
year.
in any other city or state?
Yes, we do.
Okay, do you want to tell me about those?
And we're
The look on your face, you're like, oh, we're getting more
in
established.
St. Louis, another in Budapest,
You don't have a fucking office in Budapest. You're full of shit.
Korea, Arizona.
Makes me wonder if there's any fucking things out in Arizona for David's cult. I doubt.
Yes.
And may I have the address of the St. Louis office?
We usually use a P.O. box for that.
I want the ad.
Okay, most of these cult ministries will use a P.O. box. Kenneth Copeland does too. So does Joel Osteen. They won't ever use a physical address.
Actual street address.
Well, we are just getting things established there for us before we.
You need to be looking at her, not your fucking lawyer.
I usually use my P.O. box as an address for that. So to say that we have just offices in a public building like we.
You didn't want to answer that question. That's why you're looking at your lawyer. You were wanting your lawyer to stop you.
A professional address.
All right, so wait a sec, the Taylor residence?
Taylor building, Taylor.
And your fucking nails, dude, they're fucked up in here too. They're still fucking all scraggly looking.
Do you own a home?
No, I'm sorry.
Dude, your fucking hair was a fucking jungle back then, dude.
Okay.
It's still a fucking jungle.
It's in a corporate area, so it's a office building. It's not a residence, sorry.
Okay, but it's also used as a church by some people, at least?
Yes, we allow churches to use.
Okay, so the office is, are you saying there is no physical place in St. Louis that your ministry operates out of?
No, a building physically, I used to have one, but not now.
They're in Chesterfield. Their main building's in Chesterfield, their mansion. They have a big-ass mansion in Chesterfield now.
Physical, I want to say resident, what word should I use?
I don't know, you're a fucking moron.
I need all my physical place here in Texas.
Like, you had to look at your lawyers to figure out what word to use about moving your shit.
A P.O. box.
Well, that's not a
Well, our mail go
destination.
there, that's huge, that's massive.
He's totally avoiding the question of where his address is because she knows. They already know what's going on. Prior to this deposition, Rick hired private investigators to fucking work on David, and they did just that.
It's huge,
So when you say that's huge and massive, are you referring to the amount of mail you get there?
I FaceTime with Rick, guys. That's why I'm putting out this information now as it comes up, because I FaceTime with him earlier on.
That's big too.
This April, last
But you
April.
don't have
He wanted me to
any
take
place.
videos down of his wife and daughter, but I took them down, put them back up, because I get it. I get it. I get everything. But I didn't. It was almost like I had the conversation with them. At the end of the conversation, I told them I took the videos down. I took the videos down while I was FaceTiming with them, actually. I was like, I took them down. After, when the conversation was about up, Rick was like, well, do you need anything? I'm like, do I need anything? No, I don't need anything. That's what I told him. No, I don't need anything. It was almost like, I don't know. You be the own judge. I'm not dumb. I know Rick's MO. Everything to him is a transaction. Like, it seems to him everything is a transaction almost. So yeah, I spoke to Rick earlier on after I first put those videos out of Katie and Debbie. Those videos will stay up. They're going to stay up until Katie comes out and publicly apologizes for what she did. Until then, they're going to stay up because people need to know the kind of fucking manipulation that this guy is putting people through. Who the fuck comes out and says that about their own fucking dad? Really? I know it didn't happen. I know for fucking sure it didn't happen.
In St. Louis that you work out of or anybody else works out of?
Overall, Rick is a good father.
Or whatever with a computer or.
What do you mean your little home? What does that mean?
Well, like if I have a staff person until we raise enough money to buy another office facility in that area, then, we do it out of, my staff that is there. They do it out of the place they may live.
The place they may live. I have so many fucking addresses for all these houses that
Office that they have.
I can confirm some of the addresses they call in this deposition that are good addresses.
Working technically, in your opinion, out of their home?
Like you do out of your own.
Here he's starting to gaslight the fucking lawyer. David, you don't fucking run shit in a deposition, and here's where it starts going south for you right here. When you start gaslighting a fucking lawyer in a deposition, David, this is the dumbest fucking thing you could ever done.
You
I have
have
an
a computer.
office.
Yeah, I know, but you have a computer at your home, and you have an office. I have an office too. It's here. So I'm saying.
It makes me wonder why his lawyer didn't say, "Shut the fuck up, answer the question."
I live in St. Louis, so there are things that have to be done there. So we take laptops. I'm sure you got a laptop, right? Yeah.
This isn't about me.
See, right there. That's where she fucking caught him. That's right, David. This isn't about the fucking lawyer, you sack of shit. This is about you. And for you to sit there and fucking gaslight her like that, I'm surprised they didn't come across the table and just fucking mop your ass up, dude. If I was Rick sitting across the table in this deposition, they would have had to handcuff me to the fucking chair, dude. I swear. If I was sitting there and I was in this situation, I would have came unfucking glued.
But I'm just trying to.
Well, I'm trying to figure out,
Yes.
where was the building that you say you no longer have? What was that address?
That was in St. Louis on Patterson. I can't remember the address.
You don't know the address of the building that you own?
It's been years ago.
You said it was just a couple of years ago.
No, I didn't say couple. I said years ago.
many years ago did you
Sitting there
cease owning this?
licking your lips already. I can't even fucking lick my lips, dude.
Rental property.
It was a rental property in St. Louis?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that property?
Office facility.
Chewing on your lip now.
And
That's how you know you're lying.
what was it?
Objection to relevance. You can answer the question, but I'm going to place a standing objection on the
That's
record.
fine.
It was
I don't think
a
David has these
property
attorneys anymore.
of 3,000 square feet, just for office facilities, yeah.
And you paid rent to somebody, who did you pay it to?
I don't remember that.
This deposition is not spliced and diced, by the way, everybody.
You don't have any
This deposition
typical
is the fucking timer's
facility
clicking right there at the
operating
corner.
out of
15, 20, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this deposition,
But aside from
not
an
spliced and
office,
diced.
Anything else, even
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
let me just,
there is one out there with 10 million views that is spliced and diced, no doubt. And that's just like, it's, you know, it is cut up. But the actual deposition, David, is not fucking spliced and diced, dude. It's right here with the ticker in the bottom right corner, counting up the seconds as the court reporter and as the lawyer are sitting there. Court reporter's sitting there typing out the questions as the lawyer's asking them. So these court reports don't lie, David. I've looked them up. Everybody here has probably fucking looked them up and know that these depositions are not spliced and
so
diced.
we're real clear what I'm asking.
Okay.
Anything even other than an office?
I'll share with you that.
Let me finish so you
Okay.
can understand.
Okay.
I'm not talking about people that work out of their home.
Yes.
I'm talking about any other building or facility that you or your ministry works out of in St. Louis.
Yes. I have staff who work out of. a
He's being-
home that-
he's-
No, I understand that. I'm asking
doesn't
about
want to answer.
something else.
I'm just saying, I don't have what you're asking. I don't have a physical building there like that. It's up here in Taylor. This is where our professional offices are.
Here it comes.
Where's the residential center that is on your asset and liability sheet?
Gotcha.
Oh, it's in St. Louis.
Okay.
This is where the lip licking and fucking lip biting starts.
I asked a few times, it doesn't have to be an office.
And the
Any
blinking.
Facility, building, structure that you work out of.
You're a demon, David. You look like
office or
shit here
otherwise.
even too.
Okay.
So there is a residential
Oh,
center.
yes, Of course, we should have said that earlier.
Okay, gaslighting again. Oh, you should have said that earlier. David, you're fucking such a sack of shit, dude. Like, for you to sit here and gaslight this lawyer, you knew exactly where the fuck this was going. All you had to do was say, yeah, we have another fucking office space that we use. You know what? And that would have fucking cleared you of that fucking lie, dude. You don't get it, dude. For you to sit here and gaslight the attorney like this and your lawyer's sitting across, I'm surprised the attorneys didn't say, hold up, I need to go talk to my client right now. Let's go off the record. And I'm surprised they didn't say, you better start telling the fucking truth, or you know what, we're just going to walk off this. Attorneys can do that. They just have to write a letter saying, hey, we're going to drop this case because, you know, our client is obviously lying.
I didn't know
No,
what
you
you
should
said.
have answered earlier.
No, you didn't.
Residential
You didn't ask
center,
quite enough.
residential center is in St.
Here
Louis.
it comes.
Be direct and specific. so I
Pacific.
can answer your
So
question.
that's why I was suggesting you not interrupt me so that I could finish the sentence and you'd be real clear what we were asking.
Okay.
So a
He did not like that being shut down by her like that. He fucking hates that. And he's sitting there like, okay.
residential center does exist in St. Louis.
Oh, of course, yes.
Of course,
Okay,
yes.
That's, that's not an office.
It doesn't have to be an office.
Okay. I thought you was talking about a professional location like this.
No,
We have that in Taylor. Okay.
I did not limit my question to an office.
Okay, so yeah, be more specific so I can know what you're
It's
saying.
specific, you stupid fuck.
All right, so what is this residential
Sorry, Marilyn's sitting right here.
center?
Every time I yell, she looks at me. Sorry, Marilyn.
Oh, this is a place that the ministry owns. Well, not own, we're in the process of buying that.
Okay, this was a seller finance deal. What he tried to do with this new mansion that he bought. Okay, so they were in the process of buying this place. It was breach of contract, and Michelle's deposition. Remember, everybody, they said it was a gentleman's deal. David, when you fucking buy a piece of land like that, there is no such thing as a fucking gentleman's deal. There needs to be legal documents. There's got to be everything, David. Legal documents up the ass. Lawyers are going to get involved with something like that. And that's why you're fucked now, David, is because you breached that contract, you know, probably fucking reneged on your rent or some shit. You know, who knows? Who knows what you did to piss off Harold Lewis? He no longer lives there. He's been evicted. And he moved to a 1302 Wild Horse Meadows, which was not too far. It's still in Chesterfield, Missouri, probably not far from where Harold Lewis lives. And for the reports I've got, People I've talked to people, everybody. David's been buying up property up in that area, in the Chesterfield area, quite a bit too, from what I heard. How I don't know, but it's under my opinion that he is laundering money through land and real estate. That's how he's hiding all his assets, is laundering it through real estate.
Yeah. We don't
Or are
own
you
it yet.
renting to buy, or?
Yeah, we're leasing to buy.
So you're leasing.
You have that as an asset of 2,844,500. So do you own it?
I just answered that, didn't I? I said we didn't own it.
Shut the fuck up, dude. For you to sit there and say, I did not just answer that.
Leasing to buy it.
Get the fuck out of here, David. You're such a piece of shit, dude. I can't believe you sat there and gaslighted the lawyer like that.
You listed it as an asset worth $2,844,000.
Oh, that should be more of a liability. Yeah.
Would you like to take a look at that?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The liability on page 2.
Okay, I see what you're saying. What we have already paid compared to what it's worth. Is that what you're saying? What
You
because
listed it.
it's not paid off. Like,
Right, so where does the number 2,844,000 come from on your
that's the
asset liability?
That's, I guess, the
David, you're fucking stupid, dude. Like, for you to sit here and act like you don't know shit about what's going on, you know exactly what the fuck's going on here, dude.
No, it's a residential center.
It's a residential center.
Right, so you're saying it's not something you own, but you have it listed as an asset of $2.8 million.
That's probably a mistake. Like I say, it probably should be a liability.
A liability with your all fucking eyes blinking, David? Your body language, dude, is just fucking horrible.
Be a liability. I think that was an error there.
Who prepares this? This document called balance sheet.
I don't know. I don't
Bullshit.
know which one of them. I have 3 people in the office that could do this, so I don't know which one.
Who would those 3 people be?
Michelle, Ashley.
What's Michelle?
Michelle and Ashley. Okay, Michelle's been deposed, and Michelle did mention Ashley, so now we have all the complicit players here now, guys. Okay, Ashley used to work for a bank. I don't know how the fuck she got involved with this ass clown, but she is now working on the financial side of this, and I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but she's doing something.
Just M-I-C-H-E-L-L-E?
Yes.
And her last name?
Probably.
B-R-A-N-N-O-N.
B-R-A-N.
Probably her name spelled M-I-C-H-E-L.
Okay, and the next person?
Ashley Ware.
How do you spell
Ashley Ware, mentioned in Michelle's deposition.
H-L-E-Y.
that? And how do you spell where?
W-A-R-E. Okay.
And the next one?
Bashira.
Bashir Hoke, yeah.
Spell that one.
She's also been mentioned in Michelle's
Other
deposition.
man or woman?
It's like,
So David's throwing you all under the fucking bus here, guys. Why are you following him?
you know, I'm trying to pronounce that Hargus.
Can you just spell it?
H-A-Q-U-E, something like that. Yeah.
Are these all employees?
No, they are volunteer workers.
Volunteer workers, okay. Yeah, David, you just said your fucking volunteer staff that you don't fucking pay bought you a fucking G5 Gulfstream jet.
Who's the employee?
Okay.
Michelle.
And these 2 people are volunteers?
Yes.
Michelle's making $70,000 a year on donor money.
Does any kind of accounting work for you?
We have a private firm, yes.
Then who is that?
Huh.
David's and Associates.
Now, in Michelle's deposition, they were shopping, remember?
Davis and Associates? And where are they located?
In St. Louis.
So you don't know who prepared this balance sheet?
Like I say, it could have been one of those 3. I don't want to tell you a story.
You know
I can
who
tell you
did it,
exactly.
David.
I don't want you to tell me anything you can't verify,
So I don't-
but your accountant did not.
And this, for David to say, I don't know, like that's a question that a lawyer can't counter. They really can't. It's like a fucking punch in the gut for a lawyer when they say, I don't know, because they can't follow up with another question.
Now, what are you asking? Are you asking if the accountant did the balancings, or did someone provide these sheets to you? What are you saying?
What are you saying?
In terms of who prepared this document about assets and liabilities, Would your accountant have prepared
I
those?
don't think my accountant did that. I think that the internal office tried to answer your questions and they pulled information from maybe documents that my professional firm.
David, you know every fucking cent that goes in that cult. You know for sure. You have all the apps on your phone, all those fucking Zelle, fucking PayPal. You have all those on your phone. You know how much, you know when every fucking dollar comes in that place, dude. So don't sit here and fucking lie, okay? I hope the judge in the current case catches you in a fucking lie.
So were these documents created for the purpose of this deposition, or did they exist before?
Oh, they exist before. We have everything documented. Everything.
Every penny.
Every penny.
Okay, so if you have everything documented, I would love to see your fucking tax returns then. I would love, you're a not-for-profit, David. You're supposed to show your financial statements to anybody who wants to see them. So where are they?
But you acknowledge that you believe this 2.8 million is an error.
It has to be because the residential center is not paid off. So it couldn't be an asset, right? It's a liability. I think that's how the banks would show it, right? You would know that, right?
I don't.
She does not know. She's a fucking lawyer, David. She doesn't know anything about whatever the fuck you're gaslighting her again. Oh, you would know that, right? No, she fucking wouldn't know it, you stupid ass. You are there to answer fucking questions, not ask her fucking questions, all right? You don't get that, dude. You think you're the only one that's exempt from being asked questions? You're fucking wrong.
I don't answer questions. This is the one way.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to get an understanding.
All right, so tell me the residential
You fucking
center,
sack of shit, dude. I can't believe you did that.
an address for that?
That's just ridiculous. That just shows how degenerate and fucking narcissistic you are. You think you're smarter than her, and you're not.
24,000 Tempage.
What is it?
Tempage. T-I-M.
T-I-M.
P-A-I-G-E.
That's the street?
Yes, Tempage.
That's right, Timpage?
Tempage. Yeah.
Avenue, road, anything?
I think it's road.
It's just Timpage. It's a nice house, guys.
St. Louis?
The
Yes.
15400 Timpage Road. Of course, he's been
So
evicted because he
you're
fucked over
renting
Harold
with an
Lewis.
option to buy?
Yes.
And who is the owner then?
The ministry. Oh, no, sorry. The ministry is renting with the option to buy.
You're leasing that. You're
The
fucking
owner is
leasing it.
Harold Lewis.
Okay, so we know Harold Lewis is the case now, okay? So, at this time, okay, this is where he's starting to fucking run that scam with Harold Lewis. During this deposition, all right, he fucked this deal off on Harold Lewis. He ended up, now he's fighting a case with Harold Lewis. The case is 18SL-CC 02174. It's out of St. Louis 19th District Court in St. Louis County in Missouri. You can look it up online. You can go through the dockets and you can see all the fucking shit that David has put this man through. David, I fucking hope I'm gonna fucking come to your case, dude. If that case goes to trial, I will be there. Just letting you know.
Okay, and what goes on at the...
So he's fighting this case with Harold Lewis now, and he's ultimately filing a counterclaim against it too. I went to the court cases throughout the year because there were court cases for this sack of shit because the previous judge recused herself. The new judge held up all the orders, okay, that the previous judge had put in place with all the bank documents and everything. I was there when the judge said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and, whatever the judge put in place before, we're going to go ahead and honor that. We're going to go ahead and carry through with that order. Yep, everything here. Yep, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Bank records. Yep, we want those. We need invoices, receipts. Oh, you're filing a counterclaim? Well, we're going to need those receipts showing that you did the work on the house, not some fucking self-serving spreadsheet. That was what they quoted in the court case, too. They're coming with this document. It's like an Excel spreadsheet that has how much they spent, but no invoices, no receipts, nothing to back up the money spent, David. Again, this is where your fucking lies are catching up, dude. You are saying you want to file this counterclaim against Harold Lewis? They're going to shit you out, dude.
residential center?
Well, I mean, it's
Objection to the form of the question. What are you trying to ask?
What is its purpose? Who goes there?
David was just, he was bringing all his little concubines there, and again,
where I bring in
David's little, and he wants everybody to think he's bigger than he really is, and he's not. David, you're a pathetic little man, dude, and I have eyewitness testimony that have told me, like, you're pathetic, dude.
maybe resort and
Like, you could really see his fucking nails in this, like, they really look fucking demonic and scraggly like a fucking rat.
teach and train.
What do you mean by the word resort? Usually people think of that as...
Maybe I'm not saying it right. Let's strike that word. Maybe it's a place where they can come and be refreshed. Like, I don't know if you have ever been on Christian retreats or.
Here's where he's trying to sell his fucking cult in the fucking deposition.
God and also relax and that kind of thing. So.
But it's not a church.
No, it's not a church.
It's a big ass fucking mansion. 8,000 square feet is nice. Not as nice as the new one he has now that he paid cash for. Well, Michelle and Joseph actually paid cash for it.
Live there. You could stay overnight.
Bounced 2 checks in the process of earnest money.
Do people stay overnight and live there?
No,
They bounced 2 checks of earnest money. They came back with cashier's checks, everything cleared, of course, but they had to come back with cash.
people stay overnight. When I have guests in, they could come in and do that. But I have my own apartment. I stay in a small apartment.
In the residential center?
No, I have.
No, he's a fucking liar. The 2008 Victory Way Lane, I know where this is going. The 2008 Victory Way Lane, nobody lives there. Nobody's been living there for years. How they do that, they just use that to show it's some kind of fucking office space or place of residence, and it's a fucking shitty apartment building, so like the tax write-off, it's just, they're living in a huge fucking mansion now. They don't live at the 2008 Victory Way Lane. They're using that apartment strictly to run the scam. That's it. They get a tax write-off on it.
My own personal apartment.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Or he either uses that or is a smash pad for all his concubines.
It has bedrooms and stuff like that, so you can stay in there. But it's more so used for a retreat or in a place where, people can refresh. Am I answering right? Am I okay? Okay.
You're confident of that address that you gave me on Tim Page?
Yeah, 24,000, is that right?
It's 15,400 Tim Page.
I thought that is,
He went from 15,400 Tim Page to 1302 Wild Horse Meadows. Now he's at 18205 Hager Lane. They're all in the same area too. Same zip code, 18205 Hager Lane. That's their new mansion. Here you're nodding his fucking head.
Is it possible that it's 15,400?
oh, yes, that's right.
Oh yes, that's right, David. You knew the whole fucking time where it
That's
was.
totally off. Thank you guys, y'all are sharp.
Okay, right here. Rick Frazier told me that the investigators had found out where David had lived with that address. When David said y'all are sharp, they said that caught him off guard because David didn't know they had that information. So that's where David was like, "Fuck, yeah, they caught you." That was Rick paid to have investigation work done on David. He did. I talked to Rick, guys. So yeah, this is where David gets fucking caught right here in one of his bigger lies, is the fact that he didn't. They knew the whole fucking time. Rick knew the whole time where this house was, where the money was going, everything. Rick knew.
I'm going to show you.
That's why David's smirking right here, like he knew he just got fucked.
And this is in a residential neighborhood,
Yes.
and it is.
You're very nervous after that.
Yeah, but it's a residential center.
It's a fucking mansion, David. It's not a residential center. You just call it that for church reasons. It says to get the write-off.
Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Is it like a subdivision with different houses up and down the street?
I don't think I would call it a subdivision, but it's other homes around it.
So it is.
It's a residential area, yeah.
Do
It's a subdivision, you stupid fuck.
the neighbors there know you're operating a ministry out of there?
They didn't know at that one, but at the Wild Horse Meadows, they did.
They can answer yes
I
or
know
no.
that for sure.
Yes.
And this is actually not.
I know that for a
listed as
fucking
St. Louis,
solid
it's
110%
listed as
fact.
Chesterfield.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
They knew in that other subdivision he was running some fucking bullshit there.
You ever said that?
You're being argumentative.
Okay, he's like, where he's talking about, did you hear me say that? That's where he's trying to just get out of his lying shit, like the one right thing that he said. David, you're still fucking lying through the whole deposition.
Chesterfield, I have it written down.
I didn't hear it.
Then he tells her she's not fucking listening. David, you're such a fucking piece of shit.
Okay, so this.
You're a fucking sack of shit,
residential
dude.
center
I can't believe you
is
fucking
in
I can't believe your lawyers didn't fucking stop you until you shut your mouth.
Chesterfield, Missouri,
Chesterfield. Yes.
and it's actually.
He's still in
what was
Chesterfield,
it
everybody.
used as a home by people previously. It's not an office building or.
No, it's not in a.
He's living this big lavish lifestyle,
it's in
everybody.
the center area.
He didn't get that jet, by the way, either.
It's in a residential area, but it's remote. It is not like. Okay.
His new residential center is remote. Like you have to drive in a gate and then fucking drive up to the house on 11-acre fucking parsonage. So it's got a mansion now.
It's spacious, so you can you can understand what I'm saying.
Well, it says it's 8,204 square feet.
Yes.
Okay, and you told me the owner was
Harold Lewis.
Harold Lewis, and who is Harold Lewis?
He is a sports agent for many years.
He
Does
doesn't.
reside in their house?
David, Harold Lewis will bury you in a fucking pile of cash. You don't have enough money to fucking buy your way out of this one, man. You will not win this one. I guarantee it, okay? Harold Lewis is bigger than you. And he's not even a prophet.
Yes, but I can't give his address. I don't know that information.
What city or what state?
Oh, Lake St. Louis.
Lake St. Louis?
Yes, Lake St. Louis.
You're such a fucking Jabba the Hutt looking piece of shit. You're just sitting back in your chair all fucking pudgy like, Lake St. Louis.
So is it Lake or St. Louis?
Maybe, what did I say?
You said Lake St. Louis, which I didn't think made sense.
Yeah, I'm probably quoting that wrong. It's an area. It's like a suburb, and there's Lake. I think it's Lake St. Louis. Lake. I'm not sure.
Such a fucking moron, David. We know you don't know shit.
It has Lake something.
You want everybody to think you don't know shit, but you know what you do know about is the fucking money you scam out of everybody.
This home from Harold Lewis.
Yes. The ministry is. Not I, the ministry.
Actually, your donors are purchasing that home from Harold Lewis, but you fucking reneged on the deal. You went under, breached the fucking contract, probably wasn't paying the bill, and now you're in a legal fucking battle with Harold Lewis now. Look at, anybody see the patterns here? Legal battle, legal battle. He's going to be fucking in another legal battle eventually, I'm sure. He's going to bankrupt fucking JMMI, no doubt. That's his next legal battle.
And when you say it's remote, how do people get there then?
I mean, it's not just, it's a gate.
Gated community?
Yes, not community. The house is gated.
Yeah, David likes gated mansions so nobody could fucking see what he's doing. Part of the reason he left the old fucking house. Everybody was onto his bullshit in that subdivision. That's why he got the fuck out, because everybody could see what he's doing. That's why I moved to that other mansion with the fucking gate on it and where nobody could see what he's doing inside. He's running a full-blown call center scam out of there.
I have gas or
It's no longer at the Taylor, Michigan building. He's going to be running it out of those mansions. That's what he was doing with the last one, was he was actually running the call center out of the mansion.
I really don't have. What are you looking for? I don't have.
How many nights would you spend
And that place was also guarded like a fortress too.
in that residential center?
Armed security guards, shit like that. Like, no bullshit, guys. Security cameras, the works.
You just got out of town so much.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
But still, how many nights would you spend there?
If I'm there for a week, I may spend 2 nights and just check on things.
This is where he's trying to get out of the shit about how many nights a week he stays at what property, because tax law, you have to stay at a property a certain amount of time to get the write-off. So he's avoiding the question here.
But
What do you mean, just check on things?
I mean, it's a residence, it's something you must check on, keep up.
Must check on and
Now,
keep
you
up.
said you have an apartment,
Yes,
and what's that address?
2008 Victory Way Lane.
Nobody stays there.
2008, 2008 Victory Way Lane.
I called that apartment.
Victory.
Way Lane.
I've called them and talked to them. He doesn't stay there. Nobody's been there for a couple of years, but they still rent
How do you
it.
spell that?
Florissant, Florissant.
And it's in Florissant, Missouri.
How far
Again, they
is
just
that
use that as a
from
write-off, guys. They get a
Chesterfield?
tax write-off on. I don't know how much it is. It's probably not much, but
35 minutes.
Okay, and then,
okay. So that makes sense. You use that place for your little smash pad for your concubines when you find them in your fucking cult. Take them over to
Alright, so
2008 Victory Way Lane
how
and
many
smash them, huh?
nights a year do you
It's hard to believe that
sleep
anybody
at
would
the
want to get in bed
apartment?
with you without some kind of financial transaction.
I can't say, I don't know how to answer that. I really don't know how to answer that.
Just an approximation.
I can't say.
Well, how often do you go to the apartment?
I'm out of town so much.
He can't even answer a fucking simple question. You don't know how fucking often you stay at a fucking Apartment, David?
Looking for,
In the last 3 months, how many times have you gone to the
okay,
apartment?
now you're making sense.
Now you're
Okay,
making sense.
so
Get the fuck out of
you
here.
probably could say, narrowing it down like that, maybe 10.
And then in the last 3 months, how many
Now you know all of a
nights
sudden how long
or
you stay
times
there.
would there be at the residential center?
Maybe 5.
So you don't want to list the residential center as your main residence because you'll have to pay more taxes on
So
it.
even though it's called a residential center, you don't have people staying there continuously?
No,
There is nobody that resides there
no,
as their primary residence?
no.
Yeah, David. That's who resides there.
And what do you pay in rent on the apartment?
900 and something. I'm not sure. It's about
He was overpaying his rent at one time, actually.
And does anybody else live
He was
with you?
overpaying it by about 200 and some, like 100 to $200.
Does he live there?
Yeah, Joshua and Destiny.
But he doesn't live there anymore.
Joshua, what's Joshua's full name?
Objection to relevance.
It's okay. What's his name?
Joshua. Do I need to answer that?
Yeah, you can go ahead and answer, but with the understanding that this is an
I understand.
ongoing objection.
I get it.
Okay.
Joshua.
So there's standing objection.
Caleb Taylor.
How do you spell Caleb?
CALEB.
And how old? What's the date of birth?
He's 15 years old.
What's that date of birth?
December the 21st. 1989.
You stuttered on your kid's own fucking birthday, David. You know what? I've heard Josh is just a piece of shit too, though, from the people that have come out and I've spoke with. They said Josh is kind of a piece of shit too, just like his dad. And his dad, he's guarded like a fucking golden child. He's kind of setting his son up for the next fucking movement, and his son's just a piece of shit too.
19.
His son's critter looking
99,
too.
did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, and your other child?
Destiny Taylor.
How do you spell that?
DESTINY.
That's the one he beat with the belt.
NANN.
She fucking hates him, doesn't live with him, just kind of disowned him.
January 16th. 1987.
You can't remember your kid's own fucking birthday, dude. Come on, man. How fucking... You're not even a good dad, dude. You're a fucking degenerate sack of shit, David, and this just shows it.
She's 17.
Of
course she's 17.
So, you threw me there where you referred to them as your babies. They're actually teenagers.
I know. You're always children to your father. They'll always be my...
Do you have any other children?
Yes. Isaiah Webster.
That's the woman he was banging and fucking sent her away.
A-I-S.
He got that woman pregnant. It was his wife, David's wife, that actually took the woman to the airport to send her away.
A-I-A-H.
Middle name?
Monica Webster was the woman.
I have that Webster.
You don't know his middle name?
No, I don't think he has one. Yeah. W-E-B-S-T-E-R.
You don't think he
And his
has
date of
one?
birth?
His date of birth is
How could you not know your kid's own date of birth, dude?
1990. No, I'm sorry, 2000. Sorry, 2003.
Sleep around with Tabitha, then knocking up other women.
That's it.
3. All right, when you refer to Joshua and Destiny, you say they live at your apartment? You can answer yes or no.
Oh, yes.
Nobody lives there now.
Is that full-time?
No, it's joint custody with their mom.
David doesn't see his kids. I think Josh is still around, but his daughter didn't fucking want to have nothing to do with the sack of shit. For obvious reasons.
In St. Louis.
So if you're traveling so much and you only get to
Your big ass fucking forehead,
these
man.
places,
David, just cut your hair.
10 times in 3 months, is that the primary place that you see Joshua and Destiny?
No,
Where else would you see them?
I have an apartment.
No, I'm talking about the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you see them?
Well, you
Supposed to
asked
answer
about
yes or
how
no.
often I go to the residential center. You didn't ask about the apartment.
Ask, David. Ask, stupid ass.
I asked,
Well, no, you weren't specific about the apartment directly. the time we have there.
Gaslighting the fucking lawyer again.
Your question was about the resident.
I asked both, and you said in about 3 months you'd probably go there about 10 times, and you paid $900 a month in rent.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were asking about the residential
Fucking
center.
liar, dude.
When I'm in
This is
town,
why I wonder why the lawyers didn't stop the deposition right fucking here and be like, dude, you're lying. Tell the fucking truth, or we're just gonna walk off this fucking case right now.
It's more than that there at the apartment where I paid $900. I thought you were speaking of the residential center.
Don't forget to like our
Okay,
Facebook page,
so
guys. Hit
the
that like and
apartment-
subscribe button too.
In a 3-month period of time, how often do you think you stay there?
I try to make it back every weekend. So, in 3 months, you would say,
He's searching for answers here. Like he can't. They got him so bad right now that he's just out in the air, fucking looking for answers and lies to tell these guys, but they can't. He can't.
no, maybe, 11 at the most, and 9 at the least.
You can remember how many nights a night you stay, but you don't fucking remember which
So when you
apartment.
said
Come on,
10
David.
times in 3 months,
Like,
that's
you're supposed-
pretty accurate then, isn't it?
You're supposed to be this prophet and an apostle. Like, you should know all this shit, David. You should have this shit on fucking lockdown. Yeah, I say there this many nights, this many nights. You know, God should be telling you all this shit in this fucking deposition if you're a prophet, right? Yes or no?
Yeah, but I thought I was referring to that was really another amount for the residential center to check on things. Yeah.
All right, so the residential center, you also spend approximately 10 nights in a 3-month period of time?
Not really, no.
You just fucking told her that, dude.
going to maybe going.
David, you got to get your fucking lie straight, buddy, because you fucking buried yourself, David. This is what got you here in the first fucking place. This is why we exist, because of this shit right fucking here. This is why my channel exists, Jim and my Cult Watch, Apostle of the Residential Center St. Louis, Apostle David E. Taylor Comedy Channel. We are a conglomerate group, David. A big fucking ball, David. That's what we are. I was just talking to our Facebook moderator about it. What you've done here, David, okay, is you have brought together a group of people from all over the fucking world, dude. Not just America, man. That's the cool thing about this. You have brought together a group of diverse people with a common goal to expose you, dude. Not to fucking slander you or condemn you, but to expose you for the lying piece of shit that you are. You scam people, David. You are a con artist. You are a false prophet. You sleep around with women. This just shows that you sleep out of wedlock. You like to sleep with multiple women. I know for a fact, okay, I've talked to people who said you are fucking pathetic in bed. You know, David, your laundry's out here, dude. I'll fucking air out your sweaty Gucci suits all fucking day, dude. I'll take it down to fucking birth dates, phone numbers, addresses. I'll go down and fucking dirty, David. Fuck with me, dude. Fuck with me. So, again, what you've done with this group, David, I was just talking about it with Dice, man. You cannot fuck with this group, dude. There is so much good in this group and so much just, dude, like, I think about it and it makes me smile because I know how much fucking damage this group does to you. It is a conglomerate, David. It's not just me. It's not just the other channels. It's everybody. It's the energy of this group that is fucking bringing you down. Because you know what? People are filing reports, calling your fucking lines, tying up your shit, giving you fucking trouble to make sure that you don't fucking scam people. And we're going to raise awareness about this, about you, about your bottom of the barrel fucking feeder habits, off the fucking poor, helpless, hopeless, mentally ill, drug addicted. I know for a fact, David, I've got the stories, dude. But the thing is, anybody that's ready to come out of this cult and give their story, I'll put you in touch with somebody that wants to hear your story and is ready to listen to your story. I promise you that. If you're ready to come forward and you're ready to go on record with this piece of shit and all the bullshit he's been going through, you let me know and I will fucking give you the contact information. No doubt. We're tired of seeing this sack of shit run a scam. We are. This whole group is. We know he's hurting for money. He's got to be. You know, maybe we're wrong, but if he's talking about bringing in money from Bitcoin and Liberia and all these other places, David, like, come on, man, get over your fucking scam. We know what's going on, dude. You can't hide the paper trail. The financial crimes are there, David. The paper trail is there. I've dug up the paper trail.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were referring to. So,
Not sleeping there?
no, but I have slept there sometimes.
Are you the caretaker of the residential
Do an hour and
center?
5 minutes on these videos, guys. Got about 5 more minutes left, okay?
the caretaker, but I have help. My staff helps. So I usually will have them go out there and take care of things when I'm gone. So
When you
I don't
refer
know
to
if I could say I'm the caretaker because I'm always gone. So I have.
Says he's always gone, but he's a caretaker and he goes there and helps sometimes. But
See
he's,
to it.
Who's the staff that you refer to in doing that?
It's a list of people.
Where's the key to the place kept?
With the caregiver, the person who we have look at the place.
have look
Who
at
is
the
that
place.
person?
James Gregory
Where does she live?
in Washington State.
Yeah, okay, so now he's talking about his ex-chick that he knocked up and sent away after he got her pregnant.
I'm not sure now. Was Tacoma?
West Tacoma?
Yeah.
Were you married to Miss Webster?
No.
Nope, he wasn't married. Okay, so any women who think David is your number one, he bangs other women, okay? He sleeps with multiple women. If you slept with him, probably be a good idea to get checked too, okay? Just saying.
Do you have any kind of custodial relationship with Isaiah?
Yes.
And what is that?
It's just, his father and
Just that I'm his father.
the rights to see him and have him.
And the rights to see him and have him, but you don't fucking see your kids,
But
David.
what I mean,
The only one you see is
custodial
Josh.
Relationship. Do you have any kind of joint legal, joint
no.
physical?
No.
Yeah,
Nothing
David doesn't
like
have
that?
custody of any of the kids or the women that he knocked up. He's probably got more than one kid floating around out there from multiple women. Wouldn't put it past him, no doubt. It's hard to believe as fucking repulsive as you are, David. You're
Okay,
nasty.
so when
I
was the
don't.
last time you saw
Again,
him?
I would.
It's been a while.
I would like to think for somebody to get in bed with you, man or a woman, they'd probably have to fucking pay, or you'd have to pay him.
That'd be just approximate.
Other way around, guys. Yeah, David would have to pay them.
A year. Yeah.
Are there court proceedings related to this child?
If anybody wants these shirts, let me know. I got another one going out to a channel follower, Wicked Goddess. It says False Prophet. It's a candy pink shirt.
You pay child support?
I think it's gonna look fucking dope. I'll showcase it when I get it in. That way everybody can see it.
And how much do you pay in child support?
And it's gonna be this picture, but say False Prophet instead.
$450 a month? And what about the two other children?
$750.
$750 a month for Joshua and Destiny?
So you're paying your child support, apparently.
And were you married to their mother?
Yes.
I'm sorry. And her name was Tabitha.
Yes.
So David was banging other women while he's married to Tabitha, and Tabitha is gorgeous. What the fuck were you doing with this sack of shit right here? I don't get it. You're way more beautiful than this deserve. Like, this sack of shit does not deserve a fucking piece of shit on the ground. You know?
When were you divorced?
In February of 2010.
In February of 2010, David, there is no, it's 2010, you stupid fuck, all right? Saying shit like this is what got you here in the first place. Again, dude, you coming here and trying to sound smarter than everybody in the fucking room is why we're here.
And in what county and state?
St. Louis.
Divorced in St. Louis. You just fucking farted. This is the best part. I bet all the people in that room fucking tasted that fucking rancid fart. Could you imagine that? Him sitting there and he tried to play it off. Like, he tried to fucking, like, the way he did it. I could only imagine, like, that fucker just lingering up out of his fucking fat ass and just fucking, like, everybody just lingering up through everybody's fucking nose. And, like, if anybody see that movie Down Periscope where that dude farted in the submarine and everybody's like fucking like crying, they're like sticking shit up their nose. I could see that happening here. And then you try to play it off, David.
Standing objection, I'm right. Okay.
Then he asks if all the questions are necessary right after you fucking fart, you sick fuck.
Answer the question.
Yes, you have to fucking answer the questions the lawyer asks you. Yes.
For the opponent, just for the record. Maybe community is to answer the questions.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there, guys. So I'm going to do another video after this. Not right now. I'm going to probably record it, and then while this one uploads, and I'll do the other one tomorrow night. but I'm going to stop it here. We're still on day 1. I'm about an hour in if the narration and everything, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it there. David E. Taylor, you're a piece of shit, and I am going to finish the rest of the depositions and go ahead and call out all the new information and fill in the blanks with what's being told in the old deposition. So maybe that will help people get an update on the case, because there's new information coming out that we have now that we didn't have fucking 7 years ago on this sack of shit. So now that we have new information, I'll go ahead and keep the videos going until I finish the depositions. I'm almost an hour into the first one, you know, so it's looking all right. So you guys, any questions, comments, concerns, or you want, put them down below, because if you think I might have missed anything, by all means, we're all here for the same goal, to see this sack of shit be put in jail and to just basically expose his lies. So if you feel there's any blanks I missed, you guys, I'm all for it, man. Fill it in, definitely. We've all seen the depositions. Most of us probably has this motherfucker memorized, you know. So questions, comments, concerns, you guys leave them below. Follow our Facebook page. Hit that like and subscribe. If you want the shirts, let me know. There's more designs coming. David Taylor, you're a piece of shit. Michelle Brandon, you're a liar. You're complicit. And Ashley Bashira, you guys are all involved in these financial crimes too, by the way, just to let you know. I peeled apart the fucking paperwork. If the interstate agencies would follow the paperwork, they would get down to the bottom of the scam right away. It wouldn't take long. The right people just have to look. So, all right, you guys, this will be a premiere. So thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing more of you guys. You know, thank you for following the channel, everybody. You guys have a good Saturday, and more to come.